Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made, computer software trading, probability-based trading alert, technical analysis, and company philosophy, as I'm your most trusted source for blockchain technology and cryptocurrency breaking news and coin updates here on YouTube and in the cryptocurrency, as old Vincenzo has brought back truth and, most importantly, integrity back into the trading, right? And you can see what we got going on here. It looks kind of discombobulated, but what we got essentially going on here is we got our volume indicator for the whole history of Bitcoin, and we put it to the right side instead of the left side, and you can see what's going on here. And this is something very important to take to look at, to see how far and where all this major support is, right? You can see that most of the volume that's been traded in Bitcoin is all down here. See that? All the volume down there. But then when we come up the price a little bit, as you can see back in 2012 when it was at $2.22, was its all-time low. And then we've had a lot of pumps along the way. See that? Just notice what's going on there. And if we keep going out, you notice this orange support zone, which actually needs to be white, because that's a major volume area. And you can see where that starts out at. That starts out all the way down here at about $11,619 and goes all the way down to $5,800. This is a critical area that right now it doesn't seem like it has too much significance, but in the longer term, it could have major significance. As if we look up, when old Vincenzo came out, you notice we have this rising wedge. See this? You had uptrending upper resistance and uptrending lower support after a massive blow off top. That was a rising wedge signaling a bearish reversal pattern. It's a bullish continuation pattern, but bearish reversal. Then we got bounced off the 50-day moving average in the weekly time frame and bounced up again, right? And this time we formed, to get our mountain double top, we formed a rising channel, right? And then we broke down, and then we formed this bear flag. But if you notice what's going on in this volume area, notice we've been stuck on this major area of support, or in the volume profile from the move down. We've been sort of trading within this range for quite some time. That white support zone that we've been talking about, now we've breached below it and actually wicked down almost to our wick low rate here of 28,039, but we've got brief support at the 28,313. And if we can't hold that, we're coming down to this swing low of 25,400. But what's more interesting to me is if we zoom out, we got to go into the weekly to see this. Really, it's going to make me do this in the monthly. But if we zoom out and we notice our volume indicator for the whole history of the coin, here's why this is so important as we zoom in. All these candles, blue is buy, yellow or orange is sell. And you can see where we slipped down to, right? You can see in the monthly, we're stuck right in between the two areas, where you have major volume up here, and then the major volume starts down here again, right where this white support box is. We've traded within that for a while, and now you can see in the monthly it looks like nothing, but now we're trading in this. Now if we break this key area right here, which lines up with our volume indicator, you see this? This is the short-term volume indicator going from the swing high. Why is this doing it like that? Going from the swing high to the swing low, you can see this is where your major volume is, right? It adjusts these for some reason when I get into longer time frames. But then you notice here, the whole history of the coin. We're below this major volume area. So it's very bearish. We're below 31,000. That's major sell pressure. But if we breach this area where we're about at now, look where your next group of volume support in the history of the coin comes in, all the way down here at 20,200, right? So this would be a quick flush from, if you break this critical support at 29,000, 28,000, 28.5 to 29,000, you don't really have any support till you get all the way down here to this underneath red line at 20,000, and then more major support at 17. And then if you keep working your way down, you can see why we have a $13,000 target. Look at all of this volume traded at the 11, between the 5,000 and the 14,000 range. That's major volume. So if you breach through here, right, when you do eventually start to breach through and you start to trade down this way, see this? You start to trade down this way, you don't really have a lot of support until you get all the way down here to that $13,000 to $14,000 level. Look at the volume indicator down there, and that's why we have another white support box. And now that you see that, if we zoom into the daily time frame, you can see that's where that white support zone is with the volume indicator. And then if we come up here into a regional volume indicator, you can see these are kind of the two major areas. There's not a lot of volume traded if you get much below where you're at now and trade down. There is not a lot of volume there. Most of the volume comes back in down there at the $20,000 level is your next major support. And that's how we're playing this volume indicator. And that's a big fall. If you can't hold this, that's a 29% fall. But to get to the top part of the major support area, you're looking at a 50% move down, right? So that's what we're watching out for right now, because to me, this looks like one big bearish continuation pattern, right? And as soon as you break down this, I think you got a big fall coming. And that's what I'd be paying attention for in Bitcoin right now. We're trying to hold up here, but it can only hold up here so long, right? As the Fed's about to tighten interest rates in this upcoming week, you can see the dollar finished very strong. The dollar finished at 0.85, up almost 1%. Gold and silver did phenomenally well. The stock market, as we've noted, the Russell 2000, the U.S. Small caps getting hammered. The Standard & Poor's down 3%. The Dow Jones Industrial down 2.25%, and the Nasdaq 3.25%. Right. Even the Chinese market, the Haishan Index, getting clobbered too, and they've had a very, very rough time recently. But that's what's going on in Bitcoin. You could have a big fall. And another thing, Luna. We told you not to buy Luna. I told you that Daquan was a scumbag, and his coin is fleece heisting and shisting some more people. But Bitcoin, we got a lot of things coming up in the immediate future that could have a big catastrophic flush coming, right? As we know, we've already had a couple of big flushes. We're going to delete that. You can see here in XRP, we've been trying to hold this support zone or the support level where we've had our long consolidation since our big flush. But to me, this is just one big bearish continuation pattern. And as soon as we start breaching some of these levels, you're going to come quickly down to that 33 cents and then even quicker down to that 29 cents, right? If you're trying to get bullish, you got to try to bounce and get over some of these moving averages. But you can see they're just beating you down. The volume day over day, week over week, month over month continues to be suppressed because the buyers just aren't there and the momentum is gone, right? And XRP, unfortunately, I have a feeling is coming way down there in the immediate near future. And it could be a big loss for a lot of people. And what I'd be paying attention for is this critical 33.5 cents down here. Right, this wick bottom. If you break this wick bottom where all the buyers came back in, it's going to be a big problem. You could do something like this and dance around, but as soon as you break this key level and the volume comes back in for the next move, you have a quick targeted move down to almost at 19 cents, which was our technical target for all my people that have been following me for quite some time. Since we were in this symmetrical triangle all the way back here, you see that we had that listed. We had our upper resistance, and you can see this is a neutral continuation pattern by a 90-degree right angle to enter the pattern, and a big mouth, and then a descending upper resistance and an uptrending lower support, and then it forms a duck's beak at the end, and that was a neutral continuation pattern. But old Vincenzo thought and predicted that this would break down as we set technical target 19 cents. We had that trade in there for a while. right? And then it did break down, and now we're at the midway point in this bearish continuation pattern. And the next leg move, the next move down, and the targeted move would get you all the way down here. Got too much price action going on up here. Would get you all the way down here to almost that technical target of 19 cents from this symmetrical triangle. And the way you do the symmetrical triangle is from the top of the move to the bottom to the point of a breakout, and that gets you right down there to that 19 cents. Look at that. It always picks stuff you don't want. And that's what we've been watching and playing for quite some time. And that's what we're looking at still, as I do believe that this target will be hit before any new highs get hit. And I've been predicting that for quite some time and taking a lot of flack and slack from some of the charlatans out there, right? But that's what's going on in the XRP. The coins are going to continue to fall on a thinly traded weekend. There's going to be some pumps and dumps. We'll keep you up to date. Peace and love. Peace and love.